All right, fight fans, here we go. Your next kickboxing match comes to you out of the 145-pound weight division. Your first fighter making their way to the ring comes to you out of the blue corner. Fighting out of Body Shot Combat Club, please welcome Jake Morris! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of the gym. Oh, please welcome Weston champion.
When you get into the fight game with a last name like Champion, the bar is already set kind of high for yourself.
But he chose the right gym to join.
He certainly did. Gym O, one of the best gyms you can be a part of in this area. Ton of talent. And the debuting Weston champion should have a significant.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans, if you are standing up in the back and you cannot find a seat, we do got open seats up. We do got bleacher seats also available. Please, if you can, people that are standing, please try and find a seat here soon. Okay, here we go. 3 rounds, 2 minutes. Our last fight before our short intermission. Cheer your favorite fighters on. Gaffney, South Carolina. Welcome to kickboxing and MMA action. First round, controlling the action. Donnie Jessup. Let's go!
All right, Weston champion versus Jake Morris out of the Body Shot Combat Club. Interested to see what else they can bring to the table after an impressive showing at Fight Forward X. Champion looking clean so far.
Morris a little too defensive right now. There you go. Nice, good counter.
Well, it's one of those things, you know, these guys are headlining our kickboxing card, but it is both of their debuts, so we're probably not going to see them as confident as Dula and Collins were.
Stop trying to kill him with every punch. That's what his corner's telling him. That's what you got to do. You got to touch, let the hands go, find the openings, then put the impact where it counts. Oh, good kick.
Nice leg kick, catches him on the way in on the front, takes out his stability. Little trip there.
I like Champion's little fadeaway. He does a great job of just staying right inside of range, then moving away without running.
Yeah, one thing I'm not completely digging from Champion is the posture. He's not really getting all of his reach out of his height advantage because he's kind of hunching over in a boxing stance. But, you know, if he was a little bit, you know, he's already so bladed at his feet. If he was straight back, he'd be really jabbing his face off. I think he'd have a lot of reach on Morris. But he's kind of lowering himself down to Morris's height.
Yeah. But it's a risk, but it's also relevant to who the opponent is.
100%.
Let Morris figure that out, and then you're 100% right tonight.
Don't load up. Give me something before. Stop throwing naked kicks. Now fire something after that.
Once Morris can figure out that he is coming down, he will stop the kicking and let his hands go a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely, because he's not going to be worried about not being able to reach him.
Yeah, because it's going to be hard to kick in those low stances without telegraphing.
Morris coming forward with a big cross, but barely grazes Champion here. And, you know, we see Morris try to get inside and make it a fight, make it a scrap. And I think that's what he's going to need to do as this fight goes on. Champion looking clean in that fight.
I think Morris's corner picked up on the stance posture stuff we were just talking about with Champion. And what we should see now in this round 2 is a little bit more boxing out of Morris before we see the kicks. But I got to give Champion some credit. Looks like he's in great shape.
Yeah, he's not breathing hard at all. He's ready to go again. It looks like Jake Morris on his ear right there has previously had stretched ears that were opened and is kind of dangling now. Interesting.
What's going on here?
Looks like there's some maybe too much Vaseline. Yeah, I think he's just too vassed up. Oh, we got a fight clock now.
Some enthusiastic fans. Okay, if he's wiping off that much, then that didn't happen between rounds. That happened. That should have been investigated before they even got inside of the cage.
Yeah, the pre-fight inspection there. All right, Champion versus Morris, round 2. Weston Champion out of Gym O. Morris, of course, in the black.
Punches. Comes Morris. Ooh, gets caught.
Nice stand up there. He's up really quick. I think that was more of a trip than a knockdown.
Morris is letting his hands go when he gets on the inside. That's not bad look at all.
Yeah, catches him clean right there with the lead hand.
And then when he wants to roll out, finish it with a kick. Let his hands go, finish it with a kick. It'll look good for the judges. I just don't think he does well kicking going in.
Yeah, no, he's got much slower kicks in his hands. His hands have been his best friend this fight. And with a guy this long and tall, like we said, you know, sometimes you can feel like all you can hit him with is your legs, but he's been presenting himself in the range of Morris throughout most of the fight.
Exactly. And Morris looks to be a bit stronger in the upper body, so he should just let his hands go, keep pushing him back, shut him down so he's not getting off a lot of shots. And then throw a kick of his own to get rid of his kicks,
100%.
get rid of Champion's kicks.
Now we're starting to see Champion kind of pick his shots a little bit better. He's landing cleaner as the fight goes on.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a little bit unstable.
Yeah, it crosses the feet a little bit there, but, you know, when you're leaning that far forward, you're going to have a pretty whack center of gravity.
Good cross from Champion.
Yeah, that cross, you know, really, really impacted Morris, put him back on his back foot.
That's something Champion does well. He doesn't jump
10 seconds, let's go, let's get it.
Now Champion controlling the clinch, but Morris presses it. And I really think that was Morris's chance to get a round under his belt, and I'm not sure if he was able to do that.
Champion didn't look too comfortable when they got into clinch range.
No.
It took him a second to figure out, I can grab him.
Yeah, I do think Morris is gonna be trying to just get constantly more and more on the inside. Maybe if he can use that clinch a little bit better.
He starts off the way he did in round 2 and just let his hands go and back him up. He'll have a bit more success. If he wants this round, he's got to make Champion become the counter striker for the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm. All right, final round between Champion and Morris. And I do believe that Weston Champion may be up a solid 2 rounds here. So I'm interested to see what the adjustments are from Morris after that long conversation with his coach. Yeah, and it does seem like the coach from Body Shot here does have a read on on the ducking, and he's calling for uppercuts. And Champion is leaning forward really far.
Yeah. As much as we're talking about him throwing punches, just going to be who you are.
Right.
If you've trained a certain way, you're going to respond a certain way. So, but as he gets more experience, he'll realize I've got to learn to make these adjustments inside of the fight arena. Now you throw the kick. Now you throw the kick.
Yeah, Morris now fully on the inside. That's
right.
the kind of exchange he wants. This kind of exchange he needs. Really needs to make it that kind of scrapola. But now Champion working the jab and the cross again.
Now Champion's getting off first.
Yep.
Making Morris miss.
Because Morris kind of goes back to his back foot, you know. After he lands, after he's successful, he kind of takes a little break, takes a little breather.
That had to be the slowest round kick in the history of round kicks.
Yeah, I thought we were watching in slow-mo where the stream was lagging for a second, but.
Good cross.
Yeah, now Morris pressing against the fence here, but he's caught in a clinch of his own.
It's just not a clincher.
Yeah, no.
Not a clincher. Neither guy's really.
No, which would have served Morris great in this fight if he had a little bit more experience and a little bit more comfortability there. 20 seconds remain here. It's going to come down to which guy likes it more, which guy wants it more.
Beautiful crosses coming out of Champion.
Yeah, Champion actually adjusting to the range
Nice.
very well in this third round. And the aggression was on point from Morris, coming forward the whole time in another close one.
Wow, what a fight. Good sportsmanship right there.
Champion.
There we go. Your third and final round as we go to the judge's decision.
Outstanding.
Yep. Outstanding fight between these two warriors to wrap up the first portion of our adult kickboxing card. Before we take a little brief intermission here.
But we still have more kickboxing.
We got plenty more kickboxing action for you guys, including Edwin Diaz versus Deuce Carter. I'm seeing a lot of people on Facebook in our chat really excited about that one.
Decision is in. Fighters to the center of the ring.
Who we got here? Champion.
Your winner comes to you out of the red corner, Weston Champion, fighting out of Gym O.
Weston Champion picking up the UD there. Pretty much what we thought. I thought that at minimum the first two rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget.
Possibly the second as well.